You're all a bunch of fucking liars. You said you were going to get in shape for the summer. You guys were going to have abs. All 12 of them. Actually, I think it's 13. We hate symmetry over here. But you didn't get in shape. You got flabs. It's not too late to get a good summer bod for the winter and quit lying and saying you're going to do it next year. The best time to start is now because you didn't do it. Summer's here. It's July. And you're just sitting around. What are you guys doing? You know what you got to do? Call my man Captain Cranberry at 10-8 Personal Training. That's right. They will get you in the best shape of your life, guarantee. And guess how much it's going to cost you? Nothing, because the first one's free. I know you guys love free shit. Call my man Captain Cranberry. That's 10-8 Personal Training. 951-445-3133. Again, that's 10-8 Personal Training. 951-445-3133. Time to get in the best shape of your life. Do it now. 10-8 Personal Training. Guys, this recession sucks. It really does. And point blank, all materials are going up. And you guys probably got a leaky roof. You see those spots. It's not the 101 Dalmatians coming to life on your ceiling. No, you're getting water in there. And if you're seeing water, it's causing a lot of damage. That means there's a lot more behind it. Water always wins. Water is like rock. And your ceiling is like scissors. So, you're always going to lose to water. But I got an even stronger rock to smash right through that paper. And that's a solid roof from Affordable Roofing. And that's the original Affordable Roofing from 1994. In fact, he has no returning customers because he does it right the first time for the last 30 years. So call my man Tony at Affordable Roofing, the original Affordable Roofing, at 423-593-9605. Again, that's 423-593-9605. Go hire that bigger roof. Get the most affordable big rock you do to smash through that water that's causing a problem. Brown and Whitworth.
He's on the back of my shirt.
I think you threw an E in there. Did he send you the thing?
I think I put whatever.
Because you made it look just like his logo.
Yeah.
But then. Yeah, Whitworth.
I thought I did it just like he sent it. Because the one that Brian sent me, my guy said I couldn't use it. It's pixeled.
Oh.
So I had to go in and redo it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got Photoshop and everything.
Me and George were like. We were like.
I'm just renaming him.
We were like, good old. I said to George, I was like, look, good old Chip Whitworth is back. And I'm like, then I like looking us. I'm like, it's Whitworth, right? He's like, yeah, but that's his logo. He's like, he must have messed up sending it.
It was me.
It was you. That's awesome.
I redid it.
Well, you heard it here first. The Whitworth and Brown Foundation, sponsoring fighters, sponsoring great people, taking care of people. That's the Brown and Whitworth Foundation. Such a strong foundation, you're not allowed in. Working out is tough. I know, because I hear all you guys complaining all the time and saying, man, I'm old. Ugh. I know, it's tough. And listen, surgery should be the last option. You should go through everything else before you try surgery. The first thing I always recommend doing is trying physical therapy. Because they went to college. I believe you now have to have a doctorate degree to be a physical therapist, unless you were grandfathered in. So they have a degree on the body. They know more than your meathead trainer at the gym. These people know how to heal you and know how the body functions. And for the best physical therapy, you need to go to Summit Physical Therapy. It is locally owned. That's right. The person's from out here. We have 8 locations. That means they're in Knoxville, Bradley County, they're in Cleveland, of course they're in Hamilton County. They help athletes all the time. That's their main thing. They got dry needling. They got wet needling. They got laser therapy. They got cupping. They got bowling. They got all sorts of the new technologies to make you better. And guess what? If you have insurance, it's probably free. It doesn't hurt to call them to find out how you could get fixed for virtually nothing. And that's Summit Physical Therapy, 423-777-4974. Again, that's Summit Physical Therapy, 423-777-4974. Or you can visit them at summit-therapy.com. I am very excited to have our next guest on. She's actually came the most experienced fighter to Militia MMA. She's a great person, and she just won Militia MMA. Well, she won a title for herself, but it was the first one under Militia MMA. I am super excited to have on Mary Rosenbeck. Mare Bear, how are you doing?
I'm great, Coach. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Pumped?
I'm pumped. So, Mary, were you born and raised in Alabama?
No, I was born in Ohio.
You were born in Ohio.
Yeah, I'm not from here.
You're not from here. Okay. I was going to say, you have a southern accent, but it wasn't Alabama so much.
You got to adapt around here.
You got
They bully for fun.
What? When did you move out of Ohio?
When I was 5.
Okay, so do you remember much of Ohio?
No, I remember the snow.
The snow.
That's about it.
And snow, it's cold.
Yeah, very cold.
You
come down here and it's wet and hot.
Do you miss the snow?
No.
Okay. So, you moved at 5. To what part of Alabama?
Bluntsville.
Willinsville?
Alabama. Bluntsville.
Bluntsville.
Yeah.
Okay. What's that like?
It's all right.
Describe it when you were younger. So,
when I was younger, we moved around a lot. 25.
25. So,
yeah.
You moved there 20 years ago. What was it like being your childhood years, like 5 to 14?
Yeah, we moved around a lot. I played softball. And
okay.
Yeah, all the time at softball, but we pretty much stayed outside all the time and played.
What was it like? Was it like rural? Was there a lot of farms?
No farms.
So it's farm. How many?
Yeah.
What was the population? How many people in?
I don't know. I didn't see many.
Like 1,000, 200. What would your guess be?
Probably around 500.
500?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just around where we were.
So everybody just played outside?
Yeah.
You knew everybody in the town?
No.
No. Okay.
No, I stuck to myself. Me and my sister, we played outside.
With nobody else?
Nobody else.
But the softball team?
Yeah.
When did you discover softball?
When we moved down here. When my mom got with my stepdad, then he put me in it, and we started playing.
Oh, what age?
Like 7.
Okay. So your parents split up around 6, 7, right?
Yeah, 4.
4. Okay. So your parents split up, and that's why you moved out here.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you didn't play with anybody. You just played with your sister.
I'm a loner.
You played with your sister. You get along with others so well. I never would have been able to tell.
Exactly. That's why.
So you and your sister stuck to yourself until your mom got remarried.
Yeah.
And then your stepdad's like, you need to play sports, daughter.
Yeah, pretty much. He's like, I played sports, so you should play sports. But he's always like, whatever I want to do, he let me do it. So
what made you pick softball?
I don't know. That's what was going on at the time.
That's all.
So
that's what they had.
Yeah. So that's what we jumped in. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I didn't find basketball until I was like in 9th grade.
So how long did you play softball for?
Until 11th grade, 10th grade. I had knee surgery. So then they put me on the team as a manager, but
oh no,
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, like a stats. That sucks.
Yeah,
that's a hard thing to do, being an athlete and then having to be like, hey, you got to work the desk.
Yeah.
You're like a cop that shot somebody. You get the desk job out there.
It sucked.
Yeah.
I was done after a week. I was like, I can't do this. Y'all make me mad.
They're like, you're still part of the team.
Yeah, that's a lie.
Yeah, you could wear the gear.
And carry the gear.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's it. Look at you. Carry it on your bad knee. Strengthen it up.
Exactly.
So you got hurt, and they're like, we're on to the next one.
Pretty much, yeah.
So then you got into basketball?
Yeah. Basketball didn't like me, though.
I was going to say, because that's much easier on the knees.
Yeah, that's what happened. So the first time I tore my knees it was during a game. And I was like, oh, gosh, something's wrong. And they're like, no, you're fine. I was like, oh, okay, I'll keep going. And I was walking like a little gimp. Like, I was messed up. And then the second time I tore my ACL was during, like, rake season. So we didn't even have a coach. It was just us coaching ourselves. I tore it, and I was like, oh, I'm done. Like, it's gone. And they're like, no, you're fine. I was like, no, it's done.
Oh, man.
So that one was bad. And then that third time, I joined the military. I was ready, and then I tore it in a game. Like, I played for 8 minutes, and I tore it.
And then you couldn't go to the military?
No. They're like, oh, that's your third time. You're done.
You were going to go to the military. What branch?
Marines.
Oh, man. And then it was...
After
the tear, it was over. What What was it like in high school? Was it just mainly sports for you, or?
Yeah, sports and working out, but I also read a lot, played chess.
You play chess?
Yeah, a little nerd.
I play chess too.
I love it.
Are you any good?
With it. Yeah, I'm pretty good. I played with my dad, actually. He's the one that taught me, so he'd have somebody to play.
Okay.
He just whipped us every time, but
You ever play with the clock?
No, I didn't play with the clock.
I played with the clock. It's difficult.
That sounds difficult.
It is.
Quick
It's a
decision.
different game. But we would play like a 20-minute bank or a 10-minute bank each side. I don't know if that was the official way.
I don't know either.
Because I saw the show The Queen's Gambit, and they play with a 90-minute bank.
Dang, gum. That's
I know. It's like, I don't know if it's
you
that
don't even
long.
need a clock then. I've never played that
90
long.
minutes of a bank. I guess. I don't know what kind. I would always run out of time at 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's tough. It makes you think fast.
Yeah, it does. With him, you got to go because he's like, come on, come on.
Is it a 10-minute bank?
90.
It's a 90-minute bank.
It's a 90 for the first 40 moves, followed by 30 minutes for the rest of the game.
Dang.
Wow.
Well, you were killing them then.
I know. We had an intense game of chess.
That's awesome.
So you play. So it's just mainly hanging out with your family in high school.
Yeah. Well, working.
And work. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your first job?
Fast food. Jack's.
Okay, mine was Burger King.
Yeah, mine was Jack's.
All right, that's how it should be. Your first job should always be something that sucks, and each
Yeah,
one get
exactly.
better and better.
I think it should be fast food, period. You should deal with these people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then you know how it is on the other end of it.
Yeah. Well, as I worked fast food, and I'm like, it's not that hard to get it right. And then I feel bad. I'm like, shh, calm down.
Yeah,
Maybe they're having a bad day. I'm like, no.
Or something, a message got messed up, or
Yeah.
I know I always ask for no cheese, and I always know cheese is gonna come on it. I was like, as long as you could peel it off, it's cool. I won't say anything. But like,
No
if you
cheese.
mayoed a sandwich,
You're
you
done.
can't. Yeah, you can't do anything.
Freaking done.
Yeah, you're done. So what was after fast food?
I worked at a gym a little bit. I worked at Jack's for 5 years, and then I would get second jobs and just kind of do them. So I worked Monday through Friday. I would work at a gym after softball practice or basketball practice, and Saturday and Sunday I worked all day doing Jack's.
Doing Jack's. Your loyalty to Jack.
Yeah, for real. I put in a notice when I got Blue Scope. I put in a notice, like, hey, I'm quitting. I ended up working out a 3-month notice, and they kept putting me on the schedule, and I just didn't show up one day.
What's a blue scope?
That's where I work now. I weld.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we build the buildings and stuff.
I thought it was like some sort of like surgery or like some technology. I was getting my leg blue scoped. It's like,
yeah,
whoa.
it's bionic. Them kicks are powerful now.
Alabama's ahead of the time.
Exactly. We just gotta turn it on. A little switch in there. It's really what happened in the five.
So, you started welding at what age?
I was been there for 21. I just was like, one day I was like, I don't want to work at Jack's anymore. So I went to college for welding, and I started welding.
Were you a manager at Jack's?
Yeah.
You worked your way up to manager?
Yeah. Pretty fast. I was like, I shouldn't be managing at 18.
Well, then who should?
Exactly.
I see that Jack's up the road is hiring experienced managers for competitive pay.
I bet you got to pay me $32 an hour.
32 an hour.
And we'll hit them up.
Yeah, go in there and negotiate. You can move across from the gym.
Exactly. I'll be here every day. All day. You're tired.
Can we take you? Can we take the Alabama out of you?
I don't know.
Or
Y'all can pay me more than the Blue Scope pays me.
Jax, you're hearing this. You'll probably have the best. She'd stay with you for at least 5 years.
At least 5 years. We pre-gamed it before.
So what brought you into welding? Why welding?
I really just thought it was pretty. And then when I started learning about it, I just liked how everything worked and fused together.
You thought welding was pretty?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, if you lay a perfect bead, it's going to look good.
Yes.
So I'm all about it. And I'm a perfectionist. So I was like, I can take my time with this. I got a wake-up call when I started working at Blue Scope because they're all about like, production. So I was like, oh, how do I make it look pretty and do good? Just suck it up.
That's the skill, right?
Right.
So you've been welding for 4 years now?
Yeah, almost 5.
Almost 5 years.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
enjoy it?
Yes, I love it.
Really?
Yeah, I told them because they've moved me up and stuff. And I'm like, I just want to weld. That's all I want to do.
So you're like, screw the promotion. I want
Yeah.
to stay down here. You
Pretty
got to
much.
pay me more, though.
Yeah, I mean, I get paid pretty good. So I'm like, I would rather do something I like
Yeah, that's
than being in
good.
charge of people and stuff.
Does it make you stronger welding?
Oh, yeah. I
there's
swing
a
a
lot of-
hammer all night long. I'm picking up 50-pound plates. Like, I'm doing all kinds of stuff.
So you think it's like a good supplemental to mixed martial arts?
Yeah.
I did landscaping, and I thought that it keeps you in good shape for work.
Yeah, and being out in the heat.
Yeah.
Like, that helped me with cutting weight and stuff. It made it 10 times easier to cut weight because I'm used to the heat.
So you find yourself you're good with temperatures.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
This last weight cut, easy.
It was an easy cut
Yeah.
for you. That's good. We'll get into that after. But so how many hours a day are you working with welding?
Right now, we're just working 8.
Okay.
Yeah. But they said once we get the Conrack, which is our auto welder, we get that running good, then we're working 6-7 days a week, 10-hour shifts.
So would you go on would you just do 4 days then?
No, I would do 6.
You'd get overtime?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Getting that. All right. It's a big time supply chain right now. You guys are having trouble getting metal?
Yeah. Sometimes we have trouble getting metal or just freaking parts for the machines. So our machines keep breaking down, and then we can't get like the computers and
It's a lot of
tips
it's
and stuff.
chips, right? The
Yeah.
CPUs and stuff?
Yeah, it's all computerized.
And that's
They
what
just press the button and set it up, and then it runs through by itself.
Oh wow. So you're not so you're running the
I
machines.
put the parts on. No, I actually do the welding.
You actually get to do the
I
weld.
get to put the parts on, the plates on, and then I have to check the Conrack welds, the machine welds. I have to check it, make sure it's good.
Is it usually good?
No.
No. How expensive is this
Absolutely
machine?
not. It's expensive.
I bet.
It's so expensive. They took our
Machinery is
other one out.
expensive.
Exactly, like billions of dollars. No.
What?
It's crazy for all that we have, and I was like, it's not doing so great. Like, I give it time. I'm like, oh, okay. The other one was better, and it was like 50 years old.
Wow.
So,
The other one was better.
Yeah.
Was it cheaper on utilities, the newer one though? Is that the thing?
No, they said that the newer one's gonna be better. We just got to give it time.
It's like old refrigerators. They never die.
No.
Old
have one
TVs
forever.
never die. New shit breaks all the time.
Yeah. You just look at it wrong.
You get a 93 Toyota Corolla that's still on the road. I saw one
true.
today.
That's awesome, though. So I like the old cars.
Oh, yeah, the old cars last. I mean, they're not as efficient, but they're last and they're easier to work on.
Yeah, that's what my dad was talking about.
Can
He's
you
a mechanic.
really?
Yeah, he works for Tyson. He's all the time like, this new stuff, I don't understand it.
Yeah, it's all computers and it's supposed to be easier, but it's not. Like, it's supposed to tell you the exact problem, but if there's so many flaws along the way, that's going to be off.
Oh yeah.
So
All
then you
little
just
chips.
then you end up just throwing parts at things.
Replace everything.
Yeah. So can you fix the machine if it breaks?
The welder?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I
No,
can.
the $1 billion computer
Oh no.
welder.
No, they're on their own.
They're on their own. No.
I ain't even touching it. I ain't trying to mess it up more.
Wow. So when it comes out wrong, do you got to fix it by hand?
Yeah. Like we have gougers and stuff, and most of the time, a lot of the times we have to gouge out part of it, re-weld part of it, and then like if it's not equal, so like it's a fillet weld, and if it's not equal throughout there, then we have to go over it and weld it.
What are you building? What is this for?
They build like stadiums and gyms and stuff.
Really? So this is like bleachers?
Yeah, like high beams and stuff.
Oh wow! So you're making the I-beams and
Oh yeah.
oh, so you make building material.
Yeah, like structural welding.
Wow! So that's why it's $1 billion equipment. So so this stuff gets shipped all across the country.
Yeah. And they got them maybe like San Antonio, Texas, and they got a place in Tennessee, Jasper, I think.
Okay.
Up in Jasper, yeah. They're shorthanded. They're like, y'all want to go to Jasper? I'm like, no.
It's just as far, right?
Yeah.
From here.
I think it's about. Is it far?
30 minutes, but it's a time change.
Got you.
5 minutes over the time change line.
Oh, I wonder if that's a benefit for working at a gym or working out or not.
I don't know. I didn't know they were that close.
Because you always gotta, if you do it right, you gotta work and train
Yeah.
in the beginning. You gotta have a full-time job and you gotta train, and that helps you. Because then you don't have to worry about money once you go pro, because you're fighting to accomplish your dream, not
Yeah.
for money to live on. So when you could take that pressure off, it's always a little nice too.
And I feel like a lot of people go pro to make the money.
Yeah, and
Sound
get
like I'm
rushed
servant.
in.
Yeah. That's why I've been working. I've never had sponsors really. Like I've had a couple, but I hadn't had like people pay me.
Yeah.
So I always pay for my own stuff.
Me too. I've never really did it with I would beg in the beginning, door knock. I got a couple, then a couple people were nice and helped me along the way. But
Yeah.
towards the end, I just, last half of my career, I just stopped asking. I got tired of asking and doing it for a couple $100.
Yeah.
Especially when I was working. I was like, I'm working. I don't really need the money anymore.
Yes.
So the last thing to do is go, it's an uncomfortable thing. Some people are better at it than others. I just would feel guilty. I don't know if I'm going to get you $500 worth of business.
Yeah. I understand that. That's why I don't
Yeah.
ask. If I don't use their stuff either, then I feel guilty.
Yes.
So I'm like, oh, I'm taking your money and I don't use it. So that's like with the shirts. I mean, I use the shirts and he helps me out a lot. And then Leah B, she works out with me.
That's
she
your
trains with me.
personal trainer, right? That
Yeah,
she
she's
does your
one of them.
strength and conditioning.
She does my power,
Oh.
power and strength, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then I help her a little bit, show her how to punch.
That's cool. Because you're so far. How far are you from the gym?
An hour. It's like an hour even.
And then you got a time zone change, right?
Right.
Okay. Is that beneficial or not?
Yeah, going home.
Going home?
Yeah, coming here though, if traffic's bad, then I'm always late. So that's
Yeah,
not bad.
that's fine.
Yeah, but it's like, oh man, I gotta get there. So as soon as I get off work, I gotta head over.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the time zone change messes you a little for coming here.
Yeah.
Usually just the first class, but other than that.
Solid work.
But it works better for your rest schedule.
Yeah. 'Cause
Okay.
Then if I leave here at 10, I get home at 10, so then I can sleep until 4:30.
Yes,
here.
so the key is living in that other time zone and traveling here if you got a full-time gig.
It helps.
Bet you feel like a time traveler.
I do. I'm all the time like, oh, I'm skipping times.
You're like, I never left. I left at 9 and it's 9 now. Am I in Tennessee?
Exactly. This is magic. Snap my fingers. I'm home.
So, after you got you're welding, when'd you get into MMA?
I kind of did a little bit when I was younger, like 15, 17, but I didn't do it. My dad's best friend's kid was doing it, so I went with him just to kind of be a punching bag.
Okay.
And we beat each other up. Like straight up just throwing hands.
How
for
old?
Fun. Oh, I was 15.
15.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was little. He was like, I guess like 11, 12.
What was it, like a karate gym or something?
No, he was MMA.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
wow. So,
It was in a garage. Like, there was a Jeep here, and then the mat's here.
so you went to a garage MMA studio and fought it out with your buddy.
Yeah. My dad's best friend's kid.
That's
and then his
awesome.
mom all the time was like, just whip him. I'm tired of him. I'm like, okay. That's what you want.
Alabama parents are tougher.
They're wild animals. All the time, like, hey, will you beat my kid? We were doing a kids class, like, before. And all the time, like, hey, my kid sassed me. Will you just pop him in the head? I'm like, no.
No.
I'm not just going to abuse your kid for you. The other kids can do it.
See, it's a little opposite in California. It's like, you better not beat my kid.
Yeah.
And then here in the South, it's like, beat my kid.
Yeah, for real. I'm going to have to take this flip-flop off.
Yeah, just beat him till your arm gets tired.
Exactly. Just a little pop. I'm like, no, quit.
Yeah, we haven't, but I've had a couple parents like, if they act up, you could hit them a little.
That's awesome.
So that was your first taste of MMA. Just
Yeah. And then I had I broke my arm, I had knee surgeries, I was out. And then I just was working.
Just working.
Yeah, working out.
Did you want to fight at that time?
No,
or?
I just kind of was doing it because he was doing it.
Okay, so after that's over, you said you were working and started welding.
Mm-hmm.
What brought you back into it?
I went to a female fight in Alabama, in Rainsville, and the boy that was beating up, he was fighting that night. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go support you, and then they asked me to be back there with him because, I can beat him up, he can beat me up, which he was beating me up. He'd been training for a long time.
Yes.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, yeah, I'll go. And then I got to see Danielle Wynn versus Morgan Hickam fight, and I was like, I want to do it. I didn't know girls could fight. I want to do it. And they're like, well, you don't even train. I was like, I'll start training tomorrow. So I started training, like, that Monday after. I was like, I want to train.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I was searching gyms. I ended up training with the guy I used to train with when I was beaten up. So I was a punching bag for a while. And then I was like, I want to fight, like, every day. So I trained for a little minute, like, probably 3 months. And then I had a fight, and I got beat.
See, you said for 3 months.
Yeah, about 3 months.
Yeah, Tim Loy, the guy who runs Aries, the promoter, he's like, Mary showed up and didn't know how to fight to a fight. And he said, actually did pretty good. So you had just a taste of training at that point.
Oh, yeah. It was fun.
Were you underprepared?
Yeah. And then I felt even worse because I was like, oh, I feel good. I'm confident, I get hit all the time. Ain't nobody gonna beat me up. And the first time she hit me, I was like, holy fuck. That hurt
It's
so
different.
bad. Yeah. It was like with a baseball bat. I was like, I'm dead. And I was like, keep going, because we were all the way in Kentucky. I was like, I'm not gonna quit. Everybody came out to watch me. So I just sucked it up and went 3 rounds of getting beat.
Yeah, I've been on the tail end of that. It's painful, but at least you don't get finished. And yeah, I heard in the beginning you were just really, really tough.
Yeah, that's all I had.
That's awesome.
And cardio. Like, my whole thing was, people are gonna be better than me, but they ain't gonna outwork me.
Yeah. So you have this good cardio, so you could get beat up for longer.
Yeah. Can't call a fight if I'm still breathing.
Yeah, she's still, look at her. She's still fresh.
She's jumping around.
Go out there, take some more punches.
Exactly. So how about you block with your forehead instead of your nose? I'm like, okay. Good stuff.
So you went your first one underprepared, and then you kind of rushed back into your second one?
Yeah. I felt like within a month.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah.
how many did you do, like, back to back?
The first 5.
First 5.
Yeah.
And that's when you acquired most of your losses, right?
Yeah. When I went 0-5.
Okay. Well, the good thing is it's amateur.
Yeah.
You learn from your mistake.
Yeah, that's why it didn't bother me anymore. It was like, oh, man, you suck. I was like, nah, I'm learning.
Yeah. But you don't want to get to the point where you, get used to losing.
Yeah.
There's something like that where you go out you see the people out there who are used to losing or
Yeah.
won't prove themselves or make the step to make it better. So people definitely get used to being the opponent too.
Yeah. Or just like the hand me's. Mine was, I already lost 5, so when I fought Chloe the second time, I was like, let's just have fun. And then I won, and I was like,
That was
yeah,
your
that's what it
first
was.
win.
Yeah.
Was a rematch against the first girl who beat you up.
Yeah. And the commentary was like, we only asked her because we knew she'd say yes. And then I won. Everybody's like, oh my God.
Now, there was something I wanted to ask you about, but we're going to backtrack for a second. We'll
Okay.
touch upon this. You were talking about in your first fight, that girl hit you harder than you've like ever been hit.
Yeah.
Now, do you find that like training with guys, they tend to not be, it's not as valuable as training with other girls?
Yeah. Because they hold back a lot more.
Yeah, 2
I've
girls
had-
could unload.
Yeah. And they don't feel bad. I've had a handful of guys, like after I went into Ultimate MMA, I had a handful of them that would hit me. And then I had Daniel Watts would hit me. So that was good. But then that's it. That like
Yeah.
maybe 3 or 4 people out of everyone I trained with. But even then, the first 5 fights, I didn't have people that would hit me. Because I
Yeah.
didn't have any girls to train with. So like I like got Lisa and all them, they'll hit me harder than almost all the guys in here.
Yeah,
Except
of
George.
course. Of course.
Yeah. Me and George
Okay,
have
good.
fun.
Good. But he'll still have to scale it back.
Oh yeah, a lot.
He's not going to go for a double leg, put you on, take your back and choke you
Oh,
out
yeah.
in 10 seconds. He's going to let you work. But,
Yeah, I know
opposed-
he takes it easy on me, but I'm like, he hits me harder than the other guys in here.
yes, opposed to like Lisa or Christy or Steph, where it's like, all right, we're going to fight.
Yeah. Christy, I caught her and she tried to kill me.
Yeah,
that's what I want.
But that's what you need. That's
Exactly.
valuable. And I think that's actually been some of our most valuable training is Saturdays.
I love
when
it.
we get the girls to Shark Tank you.
Oh, I love it. We even got Stephanie in here.
Yeah, well, I was like, she needs to be Shark Tank. I'm like, Steph, suit up. That's how it goes.
told, son.
So what was the training like in Alabama? So you first started, it was a little bit of a garage gym.
It was a garage, and then I went to Jose's. He had an actual gym. It was
Okay.
pretty good. Yeah, it was going really good. I was getting better, but then I had, like I said, Daniel Watts started helping me with jiu-jitsu, and that's when I started winning my fights and stuff.
Okay.
And then I found Jeff. He was working with Trevor Peak and the
Yeah,
Sammy
yeah.
Calpin and all them.
He
So I
cornered
started
you
on
in this last fight. Shout out to Jeff.
Oh, yeah. Fancy man. He didn't look happy, but he was there. But, yeah, so I found them too, and then that, like, jumped my game. So I started, like, people couldn't take me down, and then I was doing better, having fun. That was the most important thing. I was like, if I don't have fun, I ain't going to do good. So,
Yeah. So, and this is when you're starting to win. You're catching some track, and you're like, all right, I got a jiu-jitsu coach. I got a stand-up coach. Like, this
Yeah.
is starting to make sense, and these fights are going better.
Yeah, and then COVID hit.
And then COVID hit.
Yeah, so I was still going with Daniel, but my arm was popping out a lot. And then, like, me working thirds, and he lived, like, an hour and a half away.
Oh, wow, even further than here.
Yeah, so I was having to drive back and forth because I was having to drive down there and then to Henniger and there and Henniger. So I was like, oh, yeah, I really love it, but
3 hours is a lot of time.
yeah,
Especially with a full-time job.
yeah, especially when we're working 10s every day.
Yeah.
So I was like, I just can't make it. I'm sleepy. Or sometimes I'd head over there and then I have to pull over because
And
I was too
sleep.
tired, yeah, then didn't make it.
Yeah, and that's as valid a reason as ever. Like, you tried and you fell asleep on the road.
So I'd rather make it another day and not die today. So, but I did. Then COVID hit. I had fight to get canceled, and then everybody was getting COVID. So Jeff had to shut down, and then Daniel was working more.
So COVID shut Jeff down.
Yeah,
Oh, that sucks.
it does suck.
Did he try to stay open?
Yeah, he tried a little bit, but then everybody was getting it. Nobody was coming because it was bad right around Henniger. Like, that's what everybody was saying anye. It
Yeah,
might not
that's
have
what
been
they
COVID,
said
but-
everywhere.
Yeah, but they were like, oh, yeah, everybody's sick, so.
We were in California. We didn't shut down the pro team, but they shut down a month for the members. And then afterwards, they just opened it back up. But everybody was so... Our area was so, like, fuck the government, fuck them, and all that. So
going
we would
anyway.
all go, we'd all give it to each other, we'd all come back, we'd train, we were very like anti the government controlling us.
Yeah. What's COVID?
Yeah, what's COVID?
That's awesome though.
Actually, I got it like the third week we opened.
Dang.
Yeah, I just didn't tell anybody.
Till now,
It's
guys.
like,
Surprise.
I'm not. I told Drew, I was like, Drew, I can't roll today. I got COVID. It's like, are you sure? It's like, all right, I think I can roll a little.
I think I can.
He's like, I got it already. I was like, all right, let's roll.
Let's get it.
Well, that was the thing. I noticed if you didn't stop, it didn't really stop you.
Yeah.
If you just kept going and kept like just feeling shitty in training.
Yeah, well, it's like when the week my fight got canceled, like I was sick, so everybody thought I had it because that's when it first came out, and I was like, no, I'm fine. I just don't feel good today. And then the next day I was fine, so I was like, I might have had it, but
you might have been able to fight it. I mean, fight with it.
Yeah, that's like Summer got mad because she got it and it tore her up, and like we live together. I see her close every day.
You're not gonna not get it.
Well, I didn't get it.
You didn't know you didn't get it.
No, I went and got tested.
Those tests aren't right.
You said you had it. I didn't.
I have it. I have had it probably 8 times already.
Oh my gosh.
I think, yeah.
Back
First
and
of all,
forth.
if anybody's sick, it's gonna all come back to me. So if they're
Yeah,
like, COVID's going around, guess what? A week later, I'm gonna be like, oh, that's why I was feeling shitty. Right before we went on vacation, I had one sitting around. I was feeling like shit. I ran the test. I didn't have it. Steph ran the other test. She had it. It's like we both had it because we were sick.
Yeah. Maybe you just magic. Your immune system's like,
No, I get sick.
Power.
Right now, I'm having shingles right now, and it's so painful. That's why I didn't roll today.
I understand.
But
I ain't blaming you. Take your time.
so COVID closes. Enough about me. The heck,
That's
it's not the Tomcast.
We can make it that way. Therapy time.
What?
What's childhood traumas?
We're just telling truths
Yes.
to those still listening. So they shut Jeff down. That sucks. COVID shut Jeff down.
Yeah. It was. We were picking it up, and then I ended up, when I fought Carissa, I ended up having to have shoulder surgery. So I went to the doctor like a year before and was like, hey, something's wrong with my shoulder. It keeps popping out. I'm like, no, you're fine. You probably just have a separated joint. And I was like, but it's like popping out. I can pop it out right now. She was like, no, it's fine. We're going to give you arthritis medicine. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then after I fought Carissa and it came out, I couldn't pop it back in. Jeff was struggling. So I was like, I probably should go to the doctor. And then they had a doctor at the fight. And she was like, I'm not clearing you until you go to the hospital.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So we went. Summer found me actually a boxing doctor. So Dr. Cantrell. He's in Huntsville. That's actually where I had a couple of my knee surgeries done. So I was like, yeah, I'll go. And then they thought I just had a tear. So like, oh yeah, it's going to be like a 30-minute surgery. You'll be fine. And then like 4.5 hours later,
Wow.
yeah, he was like, you're going to be out a long time. And he was like, almost in tears. I'm in tears.
What was it, labrum and meniscus?
Yeah, it was the tendon around my rotator cuff, he said, was gone. So they had to put like a coil in it and then attach the labrum to it.
Okay. Yeah, I had my shoulder done. My labrum was off. They had to reattach it. Bad diagnosis, too. We almost didn't get the insurance. It happened right before the first Ultimate Fighter. But it's like, go in there and fight it out. Then afterwards, get it fixed. He's like, oh, it's your neck. It's not your shoulder. And then it was like, there was no labrum attached. The rotator cuff was fucked.
Yeah.
And then I had to get that all fixed eventually after working on the neck didn't work. Because like they're like, your neck's fucked. It was fucked, but it wasn't the issue.
Yeah.
Is the thing.
There's like nerves in here that will cause, before I got it fixed, all this to hurt and go numb. Like, even if I run on a treadmill, all this would just hurt.
Yep. I had the same thing.
Oh, man.
It's rough.
It is rough. What about after? Did they tell you to dope up after? Like, your arm lock's going to wear off. You should dope up.
Yeah, I was definitely eating the painkillers when I could. You know what? I think it was funny because I tried not to the first day. Or like I had one and I tried to just keep it real minimum. And then I just woke up sweating and in so much pain. Jeez. It's like I can't even lay down. I just stood up. It's like, don't touch me.
Exactly. Like, don't even look at me.
I don't know.
Breathing on me.
I just need help. Get these drugs.
Yeah, and then you feel gross anyway. They're like, you can't shower for like a week. I'm like, sponge bath.
I would shower and then always try to
Fancy man.
like just not like get it wet and get it wet.
Yeah. Stubborn time.
Yeah, shoulders are the worst. So after you're fixed, you found out about us, I guess, right?
Yeah, I actually looked up. I had a couple of gyms. So I had a Gogi pulled up. I messaged them. They didn't answer me back. I had here pulled up. I messaged and I didn't get an answer back. So I was like, they don't want me. Because I sent a long list. I was like, hey, I know I'm inexperienced. Well, I have a lot of thoughts. And is that okay? And nobody messaged me back. And I was like, they don't want me.
I don't think I got your message.
Bobby did.
Bobby didn't get back to you.
I did the next day.
Yeah, but I was like, nobody wants me. Because, like, I'd done messages like 3 gyms. And I called 2 of them. Nobody answered me. And I was like, all right, we'll take a no longer break. And then I got a message back. And I was like, all right, I'll be there by 8. And then traffic was bad. And I was like, I'll be there by 9. And then at 9:30, I was like, are y'all still going to be there? So I really want to join. Like, I don't even have to train today. I just want to join. Because I knew if I didn't join, then I wasn't going to. So I was like, I got to get in there. I want to fight.
Awesome. So we were just the first to get back to you.
No, Ogogi got back to me. I was like, nah.
Really? I thought so.
Yeah.
They got back to you first.
Yeah, nah, about the same.
Okay. And then
It's
you're
about
like,
the same time.
you're like, these people are a little nicer. Right?
Yeah.
This message
Actually,
was
yeah, a
little
lot nicer. A lot nicer answering back. So I was like, yeah,
Oh,
we'll
then
go
that you got to give Bobby credit for that. I probably would have been a little more direct.
here.
We're like, hey, Coach Tom, nice to meet you. You want to come in tomorrow?
That's still nice.
Yeah. No, I
That's
do
nice.
nice, but I get to the point.
Yeah. Which
But
is
that's
good,
what
though.
probably what you were looking for. Because you came
Exactly.
in the next day for the last half hour.
I don't even think it was like 10 minutes. I was like, I want to join.
Just stopping in.
Yeah. I got to go now. An hour back.
So now, how has it been? So you did 5 fights with like no real camp, right? That was your first 5 losses.
Yeah. Like I
Like
had
you had a
some,
semi camp.
Yeah, but not like I have now.
Yes, and then you were able to work with your new set of coaches and get some wins under your belt. And
Oh, yeah.
how do you like it here?
I love it here. Yeah, I really do love the morning classes too. I feel like we go a little harder and I love it. And then Tuesdays were my favorite. Condition, guys.
Yes.
So it was fun though. And I feel like my cardio is better than it ever has been. And then like I just learn better with the way you break it down. Because I'm really like, if it gets too complex, my brain's like,
Well, fighting is a lot of it is more simple than it isn't than like a lot of like intricate jujitsu, if you understand what I'm saying. Like a lot of times, since we're using punches to create scrambles, we don't have to use these big intricate passes and stuff. Like everything's a little bit more cut and dry. Like this is the right thing to do, this is the wrong thing to do because of this reason.
yeah, which I like. Especially telling us a reason. Because a lot of people are like, oh, you just did it like this. And I'm like, but why? But if I don't learn that way, I got to get beat up, or you just tell me why I shouldn't do it.
I'm sure some days I'm worse at giving a reason why, but
I don't think so. I don't remember one.
well, sometimes
been
I'll
here.
let them know, like, somebody told me this. And I was like, I don't know why. I can't answer you. Just this is what I was told.
This is what works for me. Do it. I like it, and everybody is so sweet. Like everyone. Usually, there's a couple of problems with like 1 or 2, but I don't have problems with anyone.
Yeah, that's good.
That's
yeah,
really good.
I try to keep it like friendly. Like,
Yeah.
like I don't really have much of an ego. So nobody else is allowed to have more of an ego than me.
Yeah, gym enforcer.
So since I don't have one, I think that kind of rubs off. And if I don't really like somebody, I'll kick them out.
Yeah, which
Like
is
if
good.
if I think they're toxic in any sort of way, I'll be like, I don't think this is gonna work out for you.
Yeah.
I'll generally give the benefit of a doubt, but I'll watch the behavior and kind of know where it's going.
Yeah. which I like.
Yeah, no, you gotta have a good, comfortable atmosphere.
Yeah, it helps a lot. And it's like even the women, like they're all really good to me. So I was nervous about that. I've always like, I guess because I was a loner, or just because I'm more like intense with it sometimes. You know what I mean? Like I want to go. So I don't know if that was a problem with most gyms, but I had a couple of girls I could train with, but that was about it.
Yeah, I think having like a women's program and like having it where they could go like hard.
Yeah.
Will like make women go hard, you know what I mean?
No,
Like it's the proper environment for them to go hard, so they could generally be more intense.
Yeah, especially because there's not guys in here, so they're not like, oh, if I do this, then he's gonna retaliate or break my arm or something.
Well,
that helps a lot.
I also believe that women should be able to pick their partners.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a fighter, so it kind of applies to you. It kind of doesn't.
No,
although
it doesn't.
There's nobody like. It does in a way. There's never been anybody where I was questioning that they wouldn't be okay with rolling with you.
Yeah.
Like, or had ill intentions. But if there was, I would say, Mary, you don't have to roll with him.
Oh, snap.
But
I thought, let's go anyway.
Yeah, I know. You're also kind of like one of the guys, too, a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I've noticed we've stopped saying and gals if it's just me. I'm okay with it. All right, guys. Like, yes. I've been accepted.
You're one of the guys.
All the time.
So, speaking of one of the guys, you're a lesbian. I guess.
Yes. I'm glad you noticed. I was I didn't want to hide it too long.
But you're not butch.
No.
You're not butch.
No.
Pat had no idea.
I know. Every day he's telling me, how's your husband? Why isn't he rubbing your feet? And I'm like, we're not into that, Pat.
Yeah, I know. It was so funny. He was
every time.
crying.
I was like, I'm not into that, Pat.
Somebody asked me, like, are you going to tell him? I was like, no. I'm like, this is just kind of too funny. He keeps crying and Mary gently batting it away.
Every time. He'd be like, how's your husband? I was like, I don't know.
I actually was roommates with two lesbians.
Yeah, they're
very like at separate times.
Okay. I was like, I mean, that makes sense.
Not like, no.
Wild lifetime.
No, not at the same time, so.
Since we're prying.
No, absolutely. No, too. They were both, I would say, men of the relationship.
Yeah.
But they weren't butch.
Yeah, you don't really see many of the female ones, so.
Yeah, you know, do you find a lot in women's MMA?
No. Almost everyone, I think I've had probably 3 that were that way, and everyone else was married, had a boyfriend.
Okay, or dated a fighter or something.
Yeah,
probably.
Or dated a fighter. Almost everyone was dating a fighter.
Yeah, it makes sense because you're like kind of just around each other all the time.
And you can train together.
And there's no social, like you already have limited social time.
Yeah, definitely makes sense. But not a fighter, not with a fighter.
So when did you figure it out? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh, no, you're good.
We could always cut anything out.
I don't care. I've been asked these questions a bunch, so I got them like, they're just on my mind. But when I was younger, like I always like, I didn't get along with boys or anything. Like I intimidated them or I was a bully. Like, I don't know how to talk to you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right.
So for a while, and then I kind of went through a whole like, oh, it's wrong, you know, and then my real dad and my grandfather are Catholic.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I heard about it all the time, and I dressed like a little boy, and that anytime when we go over there for the summer and stuff, that's what I'd hear about was, oh, you need to dress like a girl, and you're a girl, and you better not be into that. And I was like, all right.
Well, fuck up.
Yeah, 'cause I don't live here, so.
Yeah, I know. What are you gonna do?
I just come visit every once in a while. So, but yeah, actually, my stepdad Eric came up to me and was like, "When are you gonna tell me?" And we were at my brother's football game. I was kind of talking to someone, and I was like, "Tell you what," like trying to be dumb. He was like, "I know you like girls, and I'm okay with it. I just want you to be okay with it." And I was like, "Okay." So
That's so beautiful.
I know. I was so surprised. I was like, "Oh yeah," and I was so happy. And then he was like, "You gotta tell your mom." And I went, "No."
was like
I felt sick.
That's like the record. Follow that record thing.
I was like, oh yeah, he supports me. And then when he said that, I was like, And then he was like, I'm gonna tell her. And I started crying. I was like, don't do it. She's no, I don't wanna. And then we got back to the house, and he was like, hey Steph, Mary has something to tell you. And I went, And I tried to like run outside, and he caught me. And he was like, you wanna tell her? So we sat down, and I looked at her like this. I was like, for like 20 minutes. And Mom was like, what's going on? Are you pregnant or something? I was like, I like girls. And she was like, okay. Is that it?
She's like, I knew.
Yeah, pretty much. They both were like, oh, we already knew. So that was
We've been
good.
talking about this for a while.
Probably. It's probably every day. Like, she's going to tell us today. Nah.
That's cool. You had such understanding parents.
Yeah, really lucky. Because I've had a couple of friends that they get disowned or kicked out. And I'm like, really lucky.
Is it harder because it's such a religious area, so it's less accepted? Like the Bible Belt, is Alabama considered the Bible Belt?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but it's different. So like when I was younger, it was harder, like still in school and stuff. But as I gotten older, it's more accepted. And actually, where we live now, me and Summer, we play a little game, kind of counting the lesbians, and there are so many in Fort Payne, like so many. So I was like, it's just okay now.
I bet their roller derby team is phenomenal.
Probably. Maybe we should ask to join. I don't know. I didn't even think about it.
Maybe they'll ask me to join.
No, I should. But there's so many now. So I was like, that's surprising. Because when I was younger, like, frowned upon. Like,
yeah.
I didn't have friends, so.
Well, I think it's more like a thing of time. It's more of an older generation. Older bigotry and racism dies off with age. Every day we get a little, no matter what the media says, every day we're a little less racist, we're a little less bigotry, we're a little less divided.
Yeah.
And it's because it's just the old way of thinking is dying.
Oh, yeah. Quickly.
Quickly.
Thanks, COVID. No.
Yeah, right?
I'm just kidding. But, yeah, it's good now, so. Which I never really had problems, but.
You didn't get, like,
really
bullied?
cared.
I guess nobody'd bully you because you beat their ass.
Okay, so I got bullied a little bit, and then in 11th grade, I kind of lost my crap. But it's not even because of me. It's because somebody was talking about my mom. And I was like, you better quit. I'm going to punch you in the face. I'm like, no, you won't. So I got up and punched her dead in the face. So after that, I didn't get bullied.
It's funny how violence solves that.
I know. I was like, violence isn't the answer. I said, it worked pretty quick. Because, I told the principal and stuff, and nothing got done, so.
Yeah, you tell. It's like, let's mediate and then give them more ammo to pick on you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's funny. You punch them in the face when they talk shit. It handles your problems.
Exactly. She actually brought me brownies, like, the next week. I wouldn't eat them, but she brought them to me.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I ain't be trusting these people.
You should have made her, like, hold your pocket or something.
Merry Christmas.
Oh,
Nah,
I
it's
see
good.
some. Oh, all right, they're walking. I see some hoodlums pulling up. Nope, they just had that tense walk behind the shirts. I didn't know if we were gonna get dojo jumped and you were gonna have to handle the business.
I'll bet I got you.
Put the belt on and let's go.
I think it would be scary.
So, how'd you meet Summer?
Tinder.
Tinder.
Yeah, and at that time I was kind of going through some stuff, so I was just supposed to be having fun. And then I was like, this ain't gonna be nothing. Like, I told her that. And then I told her, I was like, hey, fighting's more important, so if you're not okay with that, bye. And I work all the time. Just pretty much lay down some rules. And then she was like, okay, well, I don't want it to be nothing either. So then after a while, we started, like, talking. And I said, hey, I like you. She was like, I like you. So then we started dating, and that's how it went down.
And then you guys just got married.
Yeah, then we got married.
That's amazing.
She's so supportive. I don't know if it's because I straight up was like, fighting's more important at the beginning, or if it's because she had to deal with me through shoulder surgery, but 110.
That's like me and Steph's story.
That's awesome.
Like to a T.
That's awesome.
All those things except Tinder. We used Bumble.
Hey, yeah.
So we used the other one.
I wasn't fancy enough for Bumble.
Didn't hit the South yet. It'll hit there next year.
Exactly.
What is it, like 10 years behind with the trends?
I feel like it is. We just got Tinder, and y'all are here with 10 more different things.
So how long have you guys known each other?
3 years?
3 years. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tinder's been out. So 3 years. Wow.
Yeah. Long minute.
Congrats.
I made her wait.
That's amazing. Congratulations on
Thank
the
you.
wedding.
Thank you. Yeah,
Do you
everybody's
guys
like,
want to adopt a kid or anything? That's not like
I don't, but she's all the time like, we're watching a friend's kids, and she's like, I'm getting baby fever. I said, you got babies at home. You watching them every night. And she's like, I really want one. I said, you better make more money.
sorry, we can't do this.
Yeah. I'm trying to fight for it.
Yeah,
She's all the time like, I'll watch them.
you better keep praying to that Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
I hear he's got his ways of getting people pregnant.
He does. I'm gonna swerve it though. Can't catch me.
Okay, so it's like kids aren't a priority. You're still young.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm really young, and then I can adopt later.
Yeah,
So,
if that's something you want to do.
yeah, there's plenty of kids that don't got no families
Yeah, there's of all ages.
of all ages. So she's like, we're gonna get a 6-year-old. I said, no, we're getting a baby or a teen. I ain't doing the in between.
Yeah.
So why you want to pick them at the worst time? And she's like, you're right. That's when they're traumatized.
You get the baby.
Yeah, for real.
Get the baby. I think that's the way to go. Or get one on the way out.
Exactly. We got 3 years with them. Cherish it. So
You just won your title. Let's talk about your title fight.
let's do it.
Let's talk about it. Now, before we even start, I want to talk about it. I felt so guilty leaving a week before the
Oh,
fight.
I know.
Like, the amount of guilt that I felt that I left I would say I got there a half a week before fight week. The amount of guilt I felt.
No, I understand though. Like, if you had it pre-planned anyway.
I did.
Exactly.
I did.
So
We told ourselves, since we got married in Vegas, that once the mask ordinance gets lifted, let's book a trip. Like
yeah,
a couple months out. So we booked it in April. Couple
exactly.
months out. So that
See-
was that. But after also, I watched a lot of video when you brought up the fight, and we had enough time. I'd like to match up for you.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's all you. And then when you said that, I was like, yes, because I want to fight her so bad. Just because she seemed like she'd be a tough fight. Like, I don't have no beef with her. I just wanted my first fight back to be really hard.
Yeah, and she's undefeated. She had hype behind her. You know, there was a lot of local talk of this girl, Samantha.
Yeah, a lot of it.
So
I was the underdog.
you wanted that fight. I remember you telling me, this is the girl I want.
Yes. Like, because I was promised it with a different promotion, and then I was told that Samantha wouldn't fight with that promotion, only Aries. So I was like, well, I want to fight her. So then that's why all this confusion and stuff, because I was like, I just want to fight her.
Yeah,
So
Tim, me and Tim have a really good relationship. So he was like, eventually he's like, what's going on? Are you talking for this son? Do I got to move on? I was like, no. We want to fight this girl. He's like, let's make it a title fight. I was like, okay, let's make it a title fight.
I
won her at 5 rounds anyway.
Yes, I was so pumped. Especially when you said 5 rounds, because, like, before I did the title fight, it was still only 3 rounds.
Yeah.
So when you said 5 rounds, I was like, wow, let's go.
It just made the
Cardio
most sense. We got a title. Like, it was, he's like, these are the 2 most experienced girls in this area. Mary's the veteran. This is the young up-and-comer of the area.
Oh, yeah.
For still such young people, but you were the veteran of the area.
Yeah. Well, I don't have like 11. I was just jumping in. But that's why I was,
So we signed that fight, I think, about 10 weeks out.
yeah. Yeah, and then I got scared because I thought we was going to have to cancel it because I popped that rib.
Oh, yeah, no, we had more than enough.
Exactly. So I was so pumped about it.
Told you 3 weeks we'd be all right, yes.
We were fine.
We were fine because you recovered a little into fight camp. We did a traditional 8-week fight camp.
Oh, yeah. It was great. And that's why I was like, one day it just quit hurting. I was like, oh, that's good.
Now, this was your first time probably doing a traditional fight camp 8 weeks out?
I did some with Jeff, but I had more people to Shark Tank this time.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's different. Oh, and then the circuit was different.
Yes.
Yeah. The first time doing circuit was, I almost died. If it wasn't for Montana and Coach pushing me the whole time, I was quitting. I was like, oh, we're 1 round in, I'm done. And then I looked over at Montana, I was like, I'm not done. I got it. And then as soon as I was like, we went a round and a half in, and I was like, okay, I don't think I can do this. And then he was like, we're going to win the title. You better push it. I was like, yes, Coach, I got you. I'm crying over here like, I got you. It looked like sweat, but really they were tears. And I was like, all right, we're going to suck it up. And then we were like 45 minutes in, and I was like, oh, we're still going. Well, keep going now. Your body's numb.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that was one of the keys. I was like, we got to make sure this girl could fight her longer than she could fight her.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we're in a title fight. This girl's never been pushed. Let's make sure, no matter what, we are the better conditioned athlete.
And it worked.
It worked.
Definitely
Absolutely.
worked.
That was one of the things. One of the other things is to let's make sure our clinch is up to standards, because that's what I think this girl's going to look for.
Yeah,
A lot of
really.
clinch. So we did a lot of clinch work.
Yeah, we did. And hand fighting, which
Yeah.
helped a lot. Like, even just doing it in the beginning, I was like, oh, look, this is easy. I thought it was going to be harder, actually, because, I don't know, I guess I've been tired of coming in here. But going with her, I was like,
After
okay.
I yelled at you to win the clinch after
Yeah.
round 1, I was like,
Like,
why aren't
after
you
round
winning that clinch? Win the
after
clinch.
round 1, yes.
Don't just uppercut.
Uppercut. Yeah, you're right. First 2 rounds were shady. They were real shady.
No, you were winning round 2 until you got taken down. I had you definite 3, 4, and 5. Round 1 was the coin flip, but at a coin flip, you always got to let your fighter know you lost that round.
Yeah.
And then they all gave it to the other girl. I thought you might have won it, but it was a coin flip. So they
Yeah.
gave it to the other girl. I don't know what that second judge saw. I
Yeah.
really have no idea.
I don't either. I was told he was drunk, though, by like 4 different people. So I don't know if that's it or if he wanted her to win.
I heard that on Instagram. People were talking about that on Instagram.
Yeah, right. Oh man,
Yeah.
if we would have lost that,
Maybe
and
got
it
us
was- and I
confused.
found out he was drunk, I would have fucking threw a shit fit.
Yeah, don't blame you.
No, but I also kind of wanted to talk to Tim about, like, what the fuck was that guy doing?
Yeah.
If you're telling me he's drunk, I'm gonna say something to Tim.
So I don't have proof, so I'm telling you what I heard.
I'll tell him, like, hey, the rumor mill has it that second judge was drunk, and I don't think that people are lying about that.
Yeah, it's too many different ones.
Yeah, that was too obvious. At least it should have been all 10-8s aside. It should have been for the reversed. What did they have it? 48-47? For her, it should have been 48-47 for you if we take the 10-8 rounds, because you were 3, 4, and 5. Without a doubt.
Woo! And more hand gestures.
I even asked people, I'm like, did I not see the same fight? I was like, were 3, 4, and 5 obvious?
Yeah.
I would have gave her 2. 1, I would have flipped the coin.
Lifting over here. That's how you do it around here. Yeah, I felt really good at 3, 4, and 5. Like you said, with the cardio conditioning, like the 3rd round, I was ready. I was like, oh, we're fine.
And then just making sure that we did all our prep work in our time, our shakeout in the morning. I made sure I was there bright and early for you.
Exactly. I was like, you drove all this way for 20 whole minutes. I was
Right.
so happy about
But
it.
it's important. It
Yeah.
was super important, and it was necessary because you needed that morning shakeout,
Yeah.
and I
It
needed
did
to
help
make
with nerves.
nerves, get
Yeah.
your circulatory system, because we made a bigger cut than the other girl. Like, that was the most important thing. I found a way to weasel my way out of weigh-ins.
Yeah, you did. I said, bye. We're good here.
Well, you were on weight, so I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
I could save a trip there and back.
Exactly. Because I
Like-
didn't want you to come, well, I usually have Dad come out and weigh in. So when you said you'd come out, I was like, oh, you don't have to. It's okay. And then you're like, yeah. I was like, I'll cut the weight. I got you.
And then as soon as you had it early, I was in class checking, which I don't usually do.
Awesome.
And I was making sure you're all right. And then I was like, all right, her weight is good. I don't think I got to make the trip. But I had intentions. All my intentions were.
I know, which I was so thankful for. Thought that matters to me. And then you offered to bring me chicken noodle soup.
Yes.
I was so pumped. And then I was like, Dad, you gotta go get me some. Coach said so. And then I ate 2 cans. He was like, easy. I was like, they're so good.
It means your body needed it.
Oh, yeah, because I was eating it.
And you recovered very well from that cut.
Oh yeah, I was 163 like the day of the fight.
That's awesome.
I know. I get on Summer's nerves because I'd set an alarm for every like 2 hours and just drink a bowl of water.
Oh, good.
Yeah, she was like, "I'm trying to sleep. I'm trying to drink my water."
Yeah, I'm trying to win.
Yeah.
My pants are
my
loose.
fight.
I need a belt to hold them up.
Exactly. It's getting too baggy in here.
So you and your stepdad or dad, have a great relationship.
Yeah. So he comes to everyone. So like the second fight, the coach I had at the time was like, "I ain't coming." I was like, "I don't have a corner." So then I asked him, and he stepped up. So I was like, "You want to corner me every fight from now on?" He was like, "I'd love to." I was freaking out. And then when I wrapped my hands, so I wrapped my left one, and then I said, "You see that?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "Wrap my hand." So he watched YouTube and was wrapping my hand. So he wrapped my hands for a good minute. And then I'd get other people to do it, like Mark Laws did it. And then I've had, like, Pops do it, which is Jeff's father.
Okay.
So he would do it for me.
Awesome. Now, did you like having your hands wrapped early?
Yes. Oh, yeah, because as soon as, right before the fight, I start getting, you know what I mean? Like, a little nervous, and then my hands go numb. Which probably is not healthy, but my hands go numb.
Everybody
so, like, when
gets
you did
nervous.
Yeah. But what about the hands? Did your hands ever get numb?
Some way, shape, or form our body. I will, like, start burping.
Okay, good.
I start swallowing, like, carbon monoxide and start burping. Then I try to burp it out.
Yeah.
They'll be like, shit, it's stuck again. And then I won't go, but then it's like, I'll let a good one out right before I go.
Awesome.
But, yeah, that's, like, nerves. I'll start, like,
jacking that body up.
yeah.
I understand. My legs were jelly. But, no, I liked it because as soon as you wrap my hands, like, my hands went numb. And then after a little bit, when I started hitting with Jeff, like, they felt good.
Yeah,
So.
doing the 5 rounds before was able it not only does it, like, stretch your lungs out and get your body firing, but it also, like, kind of takes nerves away.
Yeah.
Takes some weight off.
Oh, yeah, a lot of weight because I like to be doing stuff like you said. So then going over what I was going to do in there, I was like, I know, I got this.
Yeah, no, it was, we were in motion pretty much. Like, I try to make sure I hit my marks. I'm always, like, looking at time, checking temperature to make sure I hit my marks and make sure you're hitting everything at the right time. And I've just about got it down to the science where I'm like, all right, we got to start doing this. All right, we got to start doing that. We got to start doing this.
Yeah.
So everything was very similar probably to the kickboxing.
Okay.
Remember, I was like, all right, you got to hold for him for 3. I was like, I need another person in here. And I made him get you.
You're doing this? Yeah, I know. I was like, I got you, coach. I like it a lot.
I was like, Stephanie, who's out there? I need another person. Then she listed people. She said, Mary. I was like, get Mary right now.
But yeah, Broderick was like, hey, you hold pretty good. I said, hit, Broderick.
Yeah.
You do so good.
Awesome.
Yeah. I liked it too, though, because like, I felt like they got loose a little bit. So it just felt like this was pretty packed, but this right here was where I can bend it a lot more.
Okay, good.
So it was good.
Good. And then if not, we could have cut it.
Yeah.
So you might have another fight coming up.
I know. I'm so excited. And it's a girl I was trying to fight before, so it's going to even be even better.
Awesome. September 10th, I believe, is the date.
Yes.
We're traveling a little bit, aren't we?
Yeah, it's in Jackson.
Awesome. I think I already got you 2 hotels booked. Yeah, for you and the coach.
All right.
So you'll get a separate one, and we'll get a separate one.
Yes, that's
we
good.
Might even get Broderick on the card too.
Freaking, that would be awesome.
And
I think he'd enjoy it.
Yeah, there's a grappling tournament going on that day, so Steph's gonna take everybody grappling, and I'll come out the night before with you.
Okay. I'm about it. I'm just
we'll
so
carpool
excited.
or something.
Sounds good to me.
Awesome.
As long as I get that fight.
Awesome. That's Hub City MMA, September 10th. That's who we're fighting for. Very excited for that. Any sponsors you want to give a shout out to? Anybody, any people?
I have so many people. I suck at it. So, I got Brown Whiteworth now. I've changed his name.
There we go.
Hear that, Chip? Changed your name. Thank him. I'm not really, I don't get comfortable taking money, but he was really insistent. So I was like, I'm putting you on my shirt no matter what. So that's why I misspelled your name. Because I had to fix it. And I got Libby, which we trade pretty much. Like I help her with MMA stuff, and she helps me with workouts.
Awesome.
Yes. And then Absolute is the one that does my shirts. And really, he just makes me pay for the shirts. And he does everything else. So
That's cool.
it's pretty good. And then I got Coach Tom showing up and showing out. Did not expect half of what you did. I really appreciate it. That made a big difference, too. I was like, because at first I was like, I got to win. We got to be 5-0. And I was like, nah, we just got to have fun.
That's it.
So that's good. And then I got Jeff Powell. He drove down there, held mids for me. We've been working that specific combo that I kept hitting her with. I was like, it worked. And then my dad, he corners me. And he always shows up. He drives me down to the weigh-ins. And then Summer actually took off work to come. I was surprised. I was like, I'm couldn't wait. She's like, I don't have to talk to you. And I was like, you're going to talk to me anyway. So I was actually really good. And, like, it was an easy weight cut. So she's like, you're so sweet. And I was like, don't get used to it. Like, this is a fluke. I don't know what happened. I'm just happy to be here right now. So, and then everybody in Militia that trains with me, that came out to support me. All my women sparring partners. So, yeah, I just got so many people. Like, there's so many more people at work. I feel bad if I forget them. So, I'm like, hey, everybody, thanks.
So, everybody from work in Mary's life,
yeah.
don't get upset if she didn't hit you.
Exactly.
God.
Even the people that I used to train with, like, they still help me get to where I am.
Yeah, you had a big support there.
Exactly. So, like, just a big shout out to them. So, I had Cody Phillips. He's fighting July 23rd. He showed up. And I was like, I haven't seen you in so long. He's almost the same as me. Once you punch him in the face, he's giggling. So that's why we got along. So he's one of the ones that would hit me hard.
Awesome.
And then he'd be like, keep your hands up. I'm like, yes, sir. So I just thankful I have such a support team. Like, for everything, though. Like, my lifestyle, being a lesbian, work, then fighting because a lot of people aren't okay with it. And my mom and dad, my wife, everyone's okay with it. So.
No, we're lucky to have you, Mary.
I'm happy to have you guys. I was like, y'all took me in like a little stray dog.
You're our favorite mutt there is, Mary.
Good. Y'all's a good pound.
Well, guys, that's been the Militia MMA podcast. This has been Mary Bear Rosenbeck. September 10th, watch her win another title, even if they don't put a belt on the line. She'll win the title of baddest woman in Tennessee. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Figured I'd throw that in for you guys. Give y'all a little southern.